Welcome to the Unapologetically Prioritizing Peace video podcast channel, where we will discuss the revolutionary concepts of achieving success without sacrificing your well-being. I'm your host, Carla Hunt, CEO and founder of Prioritizing Peace. You can achieve your success without sacrifice. Thank you for being here. Let's get started. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification button so you know when the next video podcast has been released. I would like to give a warm welcome to my special guest, James Wedmore. For the last 15 years, James has leveraged his expertise to help digital CEOs build and scale their online businesses through courses and trainings like his signature program, Business by Design, and other programs such as Sales Page by Design and Nail Your Niche. His motto is simple: work hard, play harder. I mean, I could ask you a million more questions for sure.
Yeah, you want to do? We can do one more if you want. If you got one for me.
Yeah. So what are the biggest limiting beliefs that online entrepreneurs that keep them stuck?
Yeah, there's a lot of those.
Yeah,
I would say at the top is a biggie about ourselves. So here's the thing. The person that wants to sell the digital product, the online expert, when people are in a problem, because we're in the problem, I'm going to go over this really fast. So we are in the problem removal business. Through our coaching, our content, and our methodologies, we solve problems for other people. That's amazing. The way people are wired, how their brains work, is that when you're in a problem, Carla, or anyone listening, and you look for others to solve that problem, there's an unconscious or subconscious process that's automatically happening, which is part of your brain is sifting and sorting and seeking out, almost like the Terminator, like do, and you're seeking out and sorting and looking for the expert. You're looking for someone who is the best, is what the brain does, because the brain consumes more calories than any other organ in the body. Okay, so it has to conserve calories. So that's why they talk about decision fatigue and how people like do their best work first half in the day because the brain kind of feels tired by the end of the day, right? So instead of having to think it all yourself, part of you just wants to go, who's the person that already knows it and they can just tell me what to do? So when you go out there selling your stuff, you'll need to present yourself and check all those boxes for people to show them that you are that person that their brain is looking for, the expert, the authority, the best. That's what's required. And then you've got this little voice in your head that says, who the hell do you think you are? Or, you don't know what you're doing. Or, someone else has already been doing that. Who are you, right? Oh, that nasty, nasty voice. So the big limiting belief is that you're not good enough to help people. Here's what I'd like people to do. I'd like you to write that down, however it shows up. It's like imposter syndrome. I'd like you to write it down on a piece of paper, however it's said to you in your mind. So if it's, who am I to be doing this? Or I'm not an expert, or I'm not good enough, or maybe all of them, write them all down. And it really helps to write them down, get them out of your head and onto paper. The moment you get this down on paper, you're going to realize, oh, it's not in my head anymore, which means it's not real. It's just this thought. You don't have to believe everything you think. I wouldn't believe everything you think, especially if it doesn't feel good. And you might want to say it out loud. And what I would actually really recommend is say it out loud and then take a breath. Say it again. Say it again. Discharge this energy and let it go. Because if you're trying to be the best, you never will. Because how do we measure it and how do we know? I could sit there and say, I'm the best, but how do we know? According to whom? Did we have a business Olympics? We have a business coach marathon race or contest, or how do we know? So how would anyone ever know? It's opinions. It's an opinion. You want to change this being the best, being the expert, being a certain thing to a different frame. We're going to reframe it. I'll give it to you in just a second. But before I do that, let me share with you the Dunning-Kruger effect. Have you heard me talk about the Dunning-Kruger effect?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you know it. Dunning-Kruger effect is a real psychological phenomenon that has been studied and proven to be true. And it's this whole idea that people that don't know a lot about a topic tend to be super confident, hubris, overconfident about the topic. Whereas the inverse is true as well. The more someone learns about the topic, the less confidence they have around the topic, because the more they learn, the more they feel like they don't know. The more you know about what you don't know, the more you go, wow, there's so much left to learn. And that leaves people that know a lot, the more qualified people, to feel less confident around the topic. So what does that mean? That means the fact that you're sitting here, if you are, going, I don't have the confidence. Who am I to be doing this? I'm not the expert. Means you probably know more than most already. That's a very good thing. So that's something to kind of chew on for a little bit. Dunning-Kruger effect, real thing. You can Google that. Okay. So here's how you're going to frame this. Instead of saying, I need to be the best, I need to be the expert, I need to be better than everybody else, blah, 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 blah. It's a simple flip. One new question, one new thought, power of words. Who can I help today? Or like what Carla said, how can I be of service today? There's a phrase I remember hearing long ago. It says, to a third grader, the fourth grader is a god. You remember growing up and a kid 1 year above you? Wow. You read those big books? Whoa. I remember that. Oh my goodness, I remember that so vividly. So wherever you're at, there's something that you can pass on to someone that isn't where you're at yet. You can be of service and help people. It's not about being the best. Yeah, you got to show people that you know your stuff. You got to show people that you can produce results. And how can I be of service today? Who can I help? Isn't it more important that I show up today and help even just one person than spend the rest of the week worrying about what complete strangers think of me and not do anything at all? What if, folks, there was that one person out there that needed to hear what you have to say, and you didn't say it because you're afraid of what they'll say, what they'll think, what they'll do if you say it, if you put it out there? That's not freedom. That's not free. That's a funny thing. I mean, I've been going on a big rant about this recently, but talk about starting a business so you can be free, and then you're worried about what everyone thinks and says about you, so you don't do anything. That's not free. You are a prisoner of the opinions and judgments of complete strangers. Who cares what they think? If you're here to be of service and you can make a difference in one person's life, is that not worth 10 people having a bad opinion and judgment about you? You've already made your judgments and opinions about me listening to this interview. Oh, he talks too fast, or he goes on too many tangents, or doesn't let Carla speak enough. Whatever it is. Whatever it is that you're saying, that's fine. But if there's one person out there that said, whoa, James, that one thing you said, that's changed everything for me, I'll take it. I don't care if you're doing this, and this is what a lot of people are doing. I didn't bring this up, but here it is. If you're doing this because this type of business, because you want to be liked, get out. If you're doing this business because you're just needing significance and self-importance and you want to become famous, get out. I mean, you can try it, but you're going to be ruled by complete strangers. They will create you, and then they will destroy you. You let them put you up on some sort of pedestal, they'll take you down. That's not why I do it. I would suggest that's not why you do it. I love helping people. If you would like my help, let's go. Here we go. And if not, no worries. There's other people out there as well. It's really simple. It's as simple as that. Let's keep it simple. Am I being of service, or am I concerned about what people will think and say about me? Okay.
Yeah. Nailed it.
Nailed it.
That's perfect. That was so
Awesome.
great.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for your time and your wisdom and your metaphors.
A lot of metaphors. Yeah.
I love your
Yeah.
metaphors. They're my favorite.
Oh, good. Yeah. They help, get a new concept across to people. So
I
I've got plenty
truly
of
love
them.
metaphors. I use metaphors all the time. Thank you for watching this episode of the Unapologetically Prioritizing Peace video podcast with your host, Carla Hunt. If you have any questions or would like to suggest a topic, please email me